As political parties continued to hold campaign rallies, there had been skirmishes and clashes between supporters of opposing parties in Sokoto State. The Sokoto State Police Command is therefore taking measures to ensure peaceful activities. What are the measures? Stay tuned for answers to this and more on Panorama, coming to you from the Sokoto Network Center. I am Asmau Habibu Shagari. President Muhammadu Buhari has inaugurated landmark projects executed by both federal and state governments in Lafia and Nasarawa State. President Buhari assures Nigerians that his administration will leave a legacy of robust infrastructural development that will accelerate the nation's economy. Aliu Tijani reports.
This is the second visit of President Muhammadu Buhari to Nasarawa State in less than 1 year. Like the previous visit, the Nigerian leader is in Lafia to inaugurate projects. The Agricultural Machinery Equipment Development Institute, built by Naseni, is one of federal government projects executed in Nasarawa State to serve the north-central zone of the country. The institute will promote agricultural research and innovations, as well as manufacturing of local-made machines and tools for agricultural production.
Already we have trained workforce, we have staff that are experts. Agricultural implement, agricultural equipment we are producing in different institutes of Naseni at different locations. We are now concentrating that into an institute. So we have adequate staff to operate the establishment.
26 years after creation, Nasarawa State now has a federal secretariat to provide office accommodation for federal workers in the state. Its inauguration by President Buhari formally launched the complex for use. Also inaugurated by the President, are road infrastructure executed by the Nasarawa State government. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
The Central Bank of Nigeria would not hesitate to penalize any bank official caught in the act of selling the redesigned Naira notes. Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele said this at a session with bank executives in Lagos. Abolade Salami reports.
The process bank customers go through in recent times to access the redesigned Naira note has raised concerns and worries from policymakers and concerned stakeholders. Reacting to what described as the unscrupulous and unpatriotic conduct of some bank officials who allegedly get involved in the sale of the note, Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele said the institution is working with enforcement agencies to arrest and prosecute any erring official.
I have pleaded with AFCC. I'm also pleading with any of the enforcement agencies. When you find them, please trace them, track them down to the bank official. Track them down to the central bank official. My hands are clean. I'm not going to be involved. Nobody should get themselves involved in colluding with anybody to be involved in giving money to people to go and spray at parties or go and be using multiple ATM cards to be involved in all this. It's a pain to all of us, and I want everybody to please, in the name of God, let's show understanding.
While emphasizing that the redesigned policy is not targeted at any person, the governor insists that the currency redesigned initiative aimed at making the monetary policy decision more efficacious, as inflation is already declining and exchange rates relatively stable.
At this time that we're facing this temporary and transient situation, we crave everybody's understanding. Please be calm. We are monitoring all the situations 24/7, both the cash channels and the electronic channels. You have had calls to call some banks, or they said your system is down here, and usually you will find we can run away from the fact that bank electronic channels will sometimes have downtime. And when we
to reduce the pressure experienced at most banks and ATMs, he said the next bank has provided deposit money banks to allow customers with cash over the counter, but with a peg of 20,000 naira, while financial institutions should operate weekends.
To say, yes, we'll give them a mandate of 20,000, but if they use their discretion because they are afraid that if they don't give everybody present, it will result in wanton destruction of their properties, then they don't have a choice but to lower the threshold and to make sure that they pay at least a substantial number of the people there so they don't destroy their properties. So everything boils down to people showing understanding, and I'd like to please appeal to you, to the public, to please show understanding.
The CBN governor calls patients, stating that the bank is working tirelessly to ensure the redesigned notes circulate. In Lagos, Abuja, NTA News.
The cost to H-free general elections in Nigeria is getting clearer as Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) responds its first machines nationwide. For the Chief Electoral Officer of the Federation, Professor Abuja, there is no cause for worry on the functionality and integrity of the technology deployed. Mi Ogidi reports that the INEC chairman gave the assurance as he monitors the mock accreditation exercise in the FCT and feedbacks from resident electoral commissioners.
In mind are February 25 and March 11, and Mahmoud on mock accreditation.
6300307, that's correct.
The INEC chairman reminding one of his days as a lecturer in the university.
This one is a mock.
Literally taking the voters on a lecture and motivational talk.
So congratulations, but make sure you come on election day. This one is a mock. Don't say you have voted. You haven't voted yet.
INEC is confident of the integrity of the Beavers machine, but getting public endorsement is a booster.
We are satisfied with the tests carried out in our office, but we needed to test the machines in the field ahead of the election, bearing in mind that this is the first time we are deploying the machines nationwide.
A quick check on the INEC center at the post office garage at warming. Even those trying to be smart were smashed.
I should notify you that I came back for the second time to vote. The machine rejected my card. You see that I have been accredited already. That means it's not possible for you to vote 2 times.
We just discovered that the Beavers wasn't able to recognize one of the voters after using his face and his thumbprints. So they had to use all the fingers, and they discovered that the 4th finger was the one the Beaver machine recognizes.
Then off to Buhari Area Council for another check. Yes. Here we met Caroline on the queue. Mahmoud created friendship with her. She was happy meeting him one-on-one, and the Beavers extended similar friendship. Caroline's card produced in 2011 and in less than 11 was verified by the Beavers machine.
It's not up to 1 minute that they accredited.
So far, so good. Voters have been verified using their PVCs and then authenticated using their fingerprint or facial, on the basis of which successful accreditation. There is no report of failure. The machines have performed optimally, and this is the report we are getting so far nationwide.
Good outing for INEC. Such is our expectation, even on election day, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu promised. Mayor Ogede, NTA News.
FCT Emergency Management Agency and security agencies have been applauded for their successful evacuation of more than 20 persons in the Gwarimpa collapsed building, which occurred on Thursday. While commiserating with families of 3 others who lost their lives in the incident, President, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners and other building professionals have ordered for the arrest of 3 persons in that regard. Sefia Uche has details.
3 days after the unfortunate incident, building professionals have continued to assess the damage. According to them, the collapse was avoidable.
There are standards in any higher rising you want to do. If you look around here, you will find out that most of the iron rod that are here is iron 12. And it's supposed to be 16, at least for that. So the most important issue here is that the guy or the professional who supervised this building should be arrested.
Then the question you ask is there no monitoring team who are assigned to monitor these projects
from the beginning to that point of collapsing. Green areas are meant to be the breathing spaces for the city. So it is dangerous for anybody to venture to tamper on the green areas of the city.
Meanwhile, a plaza beside the collapsed building is currently undergoing stability tests while scavengers have flooded the collapsed building site, removing cables and other items.
A lot of investigation is supposed to take place here on the materials, the structure, everything that culminated into the collapse. So these ones, they are picking up evidence that is supposed to be used to really find out what actually happened here. So it's supposed to be sealed up expectedly.
Now, investigations are still ongoing to ascertain the root cause of the collapse. Safia Uchi, NTA News.
Communities at Ilela local government at the Sokoto border with Niger Republic are having a tough time over the Naira redesign. Findings show that the Nigerian currency CFA is being used for transactions. Dalhata Abdullahi reports.
With the initial deadline of 31st of January 2023 for the 1,500 and 200 Naira notes to cease to be legal tender, residents of Ilela local government at the Nigeria's border with Niger Republic have deposited their old notes in the banks, and the new ones are also not readily available in most of the communities. For many, their businesses are at a standstill, and at the ATMs there are long queues, and the POS agents too have no new or old notes to dispense to people.
The problem is still the same. Anywhere you go is the same problem. Yes, the pound is not enough.
The smaller denomination is not available in the system here because already they have collected almost everything. What we do actually is when you want to go and make your purchase, maybe from any store, you just buy everything, just make sure you spend the whole money. Because they might not have change to give to you.
The problem is that this printing new money, that's the problem, because there's no new money, there's no old money. So every people are suffering. Even for me now, I can be saying why you're suffering, there's no money.
At the petrol stations, some residents were seen purchasing the commodity using the foreign currency CFA, and for grains, because there is no money in circulation, the people exchange the grains they have for the ones they need.
We are doing trade by barter, by force. No, it is only now that we are using it. It is only the reason is the change of currency. That is why we change it to be in the normal way.
The expiry date of the old Naira notes as legal tenders is 10th of February 2023. In Sokoto, Dalhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
There is more on Panorama. Please stay with us.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
Zamfara State Office of the National Population Commission has embarked on the training of more than 1,000 facilitators ahead of the forthcoming 2023 General Housing and Population Census. The NPC Federal Commissioner representing the state, Muhammad Mutak Arini, who flagged off the training, reiterated the Commission's commitment to ensuring the successful conduct of the first digital census in the country. Jamilu Ibrahim has more.
The journey toward the conduct of the first digital census in the country has obviously reached a significant milestone, with the recruitment process of the ad hoc staff to conduct the exercise gradually coming to an end. Gathered here at one of the auditoriums of the Federal College of Education Technical Gusau are the successful applicants to be trained as facilitators preparatory to the conduct of the forthcoming 2023 census in Zamfara State. The trainees, numbering 1,044, drawn from the 40 local government areas of the state, are to step down the training to field coordinators, supervisors and enumerators at their respective local government areas. The NPC Federal Commissioner representing Zamfara State, Muhammad Muttaqarini, who flagged up the training, charged the trainees to be good ambassadors of their respective communities.
The trainees should have behind their mind that they are going to be tested during the training, and the selection will be based on your performance. I therefore urge you to remain resolute and be part of the success story of the 2023 National Housing and Population Census.
You are going to face the challenge of teaching younger ones in a digital age. So you need to be very careful. The moment you ask somebody trying to explain the household for you, it's already there googling.
The training is billed to last for 13 days. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, NTA News.
And now to our discussion segment, which is on peaceful electioneering campaign. And my guest for this is the Sokoto State Police Commissioner, Muhammad Usaini Guma. Sir, you're welcome to Panorama this afternoon.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon.
Okay, there had been reports of political skirmishes between supporters of political parties in Sokoto State. So what could be possibly responsible for this development?
Thank you very much. Basically, we have been following up with all the campaigns that have taken place in Sokoto State. Apart from our monitoring team, the INEC as well conduct its monitoring because they are component. INEC is also a component in all the political party campaigns. So as of today, so far so good. There was significant progress in reducing the act of these people carrying arms and doing all sorts of things. Right from the beginning, we have conducted a program, a town hall meeting, which all the political parties were informed that this political dispensation, the campaigns and the election have no place for non-state actors in the election security. What we mean by this is that unconventional force that are not accredited by government, the police, which is the lead agency, and other security services, which we have formed the ISIS, that is Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security. They are the ones providing the security apparatus for the campaign to go quickly and to go peacefully. But unfortunately, the youth, the supporters, are taking it too far. Too far in the sense that right from the beginning to date, we have not witnessed any form of violence between the political party leaders. The leaders have been conducting themselves peacefully. The candidates as well have been conducting themselves the way they are supposed to do, but the supporters are the ones that are giving us the problem by carrying this weapon. Weapons are not supposed to be part of election or part of campaigns because it is an issue that you will go and talk about national issues, not weapons. They are not going to war. So basically, we have been drawing attention of the political party leaders and the candidate to prevail on their supporters, never to allow any person carrying weapon to follow their campaign trail. So that is our position, and we are following up. Any person found violating this order is a violation of the Electoral Act and will be sanctioned accordingly.
Okay, so what measures are you taking to curb these activities in the state?
Well, part of our monitoring, we noted that these people that are bringing this problem to the political process, the youth, are becoming nuisance even to the politicians themselves, to the candidate. If you go around all the political party offices, campaign offices, you find them sleeping there, just waiting for candidate to come in, instead of the candidate and the staff of the political party campaign office to come and sit down and plan their campaign accordingly. These people are coming to be the gatekeepers, and in fact sometimes they are even sleeping there. So we have resolved with all the stakeholders that we are going we will start going around to these campaign offices, party offices, as well as the residences of some of the politicians that these people are causing nuisance to. And we are going to raid them time to time, and they will all be prosecuted. As at the moment, we have even a segment of those that we have raided, and by Monday, I'm assuring you that they are going to court.
Okay, are you collaborating with any agency to support you in this crusade to ensure a peaceful campaign?
Of course. Like you said, just last Wednesday, we had a large meeting with INEC and other members of the security committee of the state. As I said earlier, we have the ISIS, which is the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, where all the political parties, all the political agencies are represented. Thank you.
Okay, sir, what is your message to the politicians and other members of the public?
To the politicians, I want to prevail. I want to beg them to continue to prevail on their supporters to conduct themselves and to make them understand that election is not war. Election is just an expression of what you feel you can do for Nigeria and for the good of Nigeria. And everybody should be allowed to play the game according to its rules without any form of harassment. To the supporters who are carrying this weapon, they should advise themselves. They should take an example and look at how the politicians are conducting themselves. I have never seen a politician going for campaign carrying any weapon. They will wear their best of clothes, their best of caps, their best of shoes, and carry their posters, party symbols, only to the campaign ground. Then why shouldn't the followers take a lead from what they see their masters doing? If what they are doing is for the good of the politician, why don't they do the same thing what they are doing? So let them advise themselves and change their attitude toward what they are doing so as to have a peaceful transition.
Thank you so much, sir, for having time to come to Panorama this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
I have been talking with Sokoto State Police Commissioner Muhammad Usaini Gumel on peaceful electioneering campaign. Moving on, commercial and private motorists in Birnin Kebbi have been charged to obtain their driving license and other roadworthy documents in order to maintain safety on the roads. This is at a sensitization program organized by Kebbi State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps. Hassana Abubakar Koko reports.
Driver's license allows motorists, whether private or commercial, to operate a vehicle legally and serves as a form of identification. In view of this, the Kebbi State Office of the Federal Road Safety Corps are sensitizing drivers on the importance of obtaining their license. The Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps in Kebbi State, Yusuf Aliyu Haruna Kiru, says one of the core mandates is to enlighten motorists at parks, recreational centers and other places with large gathering.
It's not like before that you can just give somebody money to go and get you a license. You have to go to driving school where they will test you and they will lecture you, show you the rules and regulations of the road.
He cautioned motorists to adhere to the traffic rules and regulations, saying that most accidents occur due to lack of vehicle maintenance, overloading and overspeeding. Highlights of the program was presentation of documents containing procedures of getting a driving license. Hassana Abubakar Koko, NTA News.
And up next is Sports Update with Uche Igbedi.
Matches will be decided Sunday as Enyimba welcome Al Kanemi, while Rivers United go away to Doma United. Other games will see Lobby Stars go away to Niger Tornadoes as Shooting Stars take on Nasarawa United in the match that will be televised on the NTA network and Sport 24 channels via Star Times live at 4 p.m. Still on football, former Golden Eaglets coach Manu Garba has insisted that the present Golden Eaglet team is capable of qualifying for the next Under-17 FIFA World Cup in Peru. According to the football coach, the Eaglets will skate through their group opponents in the forthcoming Under-17 African Cup of Nations in Algeria. Nigeria, who is in Group B, will open its campaign against Zambia before taking on Morocco and South Africa in the competition that will commence April 29 to May 19, 2023. In the English Premier League, 2 games will go down with Nottingham Forest welcoming Leeds United at the City Ground Stadium, while Tottenham Hotspur will take on second-place Manchester City at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And finally, to tennis, Cameron Norris sealed Great British place in the Davis Cup final group stage with his victory over Colombia's Nicolas Mejia, giving the visitors an unassailable 3-1 lead in Bogota. The British number 1 made it back-to-back straight wins on clay as he beat Mejia 6-4, 6-4. With sports update, Oche Ngbede, NTA News.
And that's it on Panorama this afternoon. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the day.